Titans, good news! The SEC approved 8 Ethereum Spot ETFs yesterday evening. Bad news, it's been a red day so far for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So why is this happening, and what do you need to know as we head into the weekend? Kevark, hit that intro. Alright, so if you're thinking, the markets sell the news reaction with the spot ETF approvals for Ethereum seems like something we've seen before. Well, and that's because it is. So let's go back and take a look at exactly what happened leading up to and after the spot ETF approvals for Bitcoin. So going back to October 16th of last year, there was a false report that was posted on social media by Cointelegraph about the approval of the BlackRock Bitcoin spot ETF. And this obviously led to an immediate price surge, but then was followed by a correction right afterwards once people realized that the news was fake. But then after that, the hype kicked in because people didn't want to be left out, and that led to about a 75% increase over the course of months leading up to the actual approvals on January 10th. And look what happened after that. People sold on the news and the price went down by about 22%. But then following that correction, Bitcoin went up by about 92% afterwards. So keep this in mind when we switch over to Ethereum now. Switching over to Ethereum now on the daily time frame, you can see that unlike Bitcoin, which had months of hype leading up to the approval of the spot ETFs back in January of this year, there was little confidence in the market for the approval of the spot ETFs for Ethereum for months based on the feedback from the SEC. And you can see that being reflected here with this falling wedge pattern, which is essentially the opposite of the huge uptrend we saw with Bitcoin. But then on Monday of this week, we got this huge green candle here representing about a 25% increase because of rumors that the SEC may be having a change of heart, which led to analysts boosting the odds of an approval, which of course in turn led to an increase in the market sentiment towards an approval. Then we went up a little bit more, topping out at this week at approximately $3,950, which was yesterday, before getting the spot ETF approval news in the evening. And now Ethereum is pulling back because people are selling the news just like they did with Bitcoin after the spot ETF approvals. And just keep in mind that the spot ETFs are not active yet. And I'm sure that smart money would love to buy Ethereum at a discount when the ETFs are active. So for now, we are finding support in the zone ranging from about $3,650 to $3,700. But if there's one thing to take away from this, just keep in mind what happened after the sell the news correction for Bitcoin, because I would expect the same thing to happen here to Ethereum soon enough. Switching over now to Bitcoin on the daily time frame, we're on day 85 of this overall sideways consolidation phase. And it's very clear at the moment that we're still finding support in this 0.65, 0.618 Fibonacci golden pocket that ranges from about 67.3K to 67.8K. So until we can at least clear this 71.6K resistance, we're still this range bound at the moment. And the catalyst for getting out of this phase will more than likely be driven by the effect that we'll see when the Ethereum spot ETFs are active and money starts flowing in them, because that's exactly what we saw here with this big green candle that we had earlier this week when rumors came out about the SEC having a change of heart for the better regarding the Ethereum spot ETF approvals. Zooming out now to Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, the current weekly candle marked by this yellow arrow here is currently struggling to stay above this upper resistance line of this bull flag that we spoke of earlier this week, which has a breakout target of just over 100K. Now, if we close below this line, then it will flip back into resistance once again, and then we'll have to wait for another breakout. So the weekly candle close on Sunday evening will be the key here. And finally, looking at the Bitcoin dominance on the weekly time frame, you can see that the weekly dominance candle marked by this yellow arrow here is showing a lot of weakness against this support zone at the moment. And while I'm trying not to get too excited yet, because we still need to wait until Sunday evening, if this candle closes below 54%, then it could be the start of a continuing downtrend, and this would be huge for the altcoin market cap because I would expect that to surge, and you know what that means. It's altcoin season time. Titans, we are your one-stop source for guiding you through this Bitcoin bull run. Please join us as we continue to provide the latest market and technical analysis that are going to give you that edge.